Okay, gang, let's get this started. Tonight's summer is going to begin with a story. When I was a kid, my dad had a boat. It was a pretty big boat, and he used to take that thing out to Catalina Island. He'd bring the family out to Catalina Island off the coast of California for an overnight visit. And I remember my dad teaching me how to steer this very large vessel. It was very big. You could sleep on it. It had double decks and multiple bedrooms. He owned it with several of his friends, so it wasn't a single, just owning it alone. But anyway, he'd take me way out in the ocean, take our family way out in the ocean, and we would practice steering. And the thing was to keep the ship. We learned that 90% of the time, maybe more than that, when you're trying to go this way, the ship is going this way or this way. Overcorrection was the name of the game. You'd get going this way, you'd steer the wheel over, and it'd bring the ship around, and you'd pass the mark you wanted to go and steer past, and it would swing the wing back, come back again, and it was always just kind of going back and forth, and in the general course of things, you were basically going in the right direction. So overcorrecting to find the mark. And I think that that's what happened tonight with tonight's run of the train. I took Emily out to lunch, or to dinner, at that place right over there, Jolly Pasta, and we had a nice time. And here's what I learned from this experience. And the key came from a comment left by Mick and Fumi as I was reading. Mick and Fumi basically mentioned that this series read like a story that could have been pieced together into a single episode, or one video in fact, and relayed to everybody out there. And he's exactly right. That's what could have happened tonight. And that's probably what I should have done. If I was going to do a family video like this, string it, take the clips together, edit them together, and send them out as a single video. So what do I take away from this experience? Well, that this experience of driving the train, that's what I'm basically doing, is driving the train and bringing something to you guys via the camera, should be one where each video is a story in of itself. It may be a part of a larger picture, but if all of the clips go together as a single piece, then it's not worth putting a single video out. For example, the video I did yesterday of the cop in the convenience store, that's a single little story all by itself, all alone. That's what I need to be putting out, and that's where each video will earn its own place as a single item, not as a part of a bigger story. So I think I've made my point there. I've got a good handle now. Thank you, Mick and Fumi, and for your comments. I really do appreciate it, and the comments of everybody else that's been helping out. Okay, so what else have I got here? Well, I learned something else. I learned that in the heat of the moment, it's easy to send a video out that has nothing in it. I actually sent a 2-second clip out of my hand going across a cup, and I didn't notice that till I got back. The other problem was that it's easy when you have multiple videos coming up, it's easy to send the wrong video out of order. And I had missed the menu perusing part and had to send that last, so that appears as the last. It's completely out of order. But that's okay, because of something else I want to talk about. What I was thinking about earlier today was, and I mentioned it in a summary video just a while ago, this idea that if I spend time titling and describing every video, that's taking away from the experience and the movement, and that's not a good thing. So what I decided to do is put code words in the video, and tonight's code word was Emmy. Every video had the word Emmy in it. That's all it had, and they fired off in that order. Mick, you gave another great idea, which is to put a number in there, numerically indicating which one it is, so if they get out of sequence, a viewer can actually find which one to look at next. I'm going to go with that. The other idea that I'm going to use for this is playlists. I haven't been using playlists. I'm going to start using playlists when I get back. I'll title the videos, describe the videos, put the proper tags on and the like, and then I will create a playlist and give the video a playlist title. Usually it will be something like episode. I'm going to call these episodes. For example, the one I did tonight with Emily, that was episode 3, I think it was. And then it has a little dash, and then the title, Having Dinner with Emily, or something like that. That'll be an episode, and that way all the videos that are pieces can come together. But then again, I'm not going to be doing the videos as so much as a bigger story, but much as the train is running, I'm out, I'm taking videos. These are the videos that were collected during that time. So the playlist is really one of chronology, grouping together the videos that happened at a similar time, not necessarily that they're a part of the same story. So there you go. Those are the two things that I learned since yesterday. This is a work in progress. You guys are seeing me try to figure out how to do this live, nearly live, so I'm making some mistakes. The effort that I made tonight with the Jolly Pasta thing it was a great evening. Emily and I had a lot of fun. And by the way, I did get a question from warm-up strat about what does my family feel about this stuff, Emily and Yumiko. And actually, before I started doing this, I sat down with both of them and I asked them, explained what I wanted to do, and asked them where are the limits. And both Emily and Mom, Mama, I call Yumiko Mama, and she calls me Papa sometimes. They both agreed that they would push back. Basically, when they didn't see any limits at this time, but if I overstepped the lines, they'd push back. Now, obviously, that's easier with Yumiko than it is with Emily, so I have to be a little more cautious and make sure that I don't make Emily uncomfortable. Tonight might have been a little over the line, so I'll learn again. So there you go. There we have those two things. Now, the next thing I need to do is I'm going to sign off from here. I'm going to make another video, an important video to promote, to talk about a friend of mine over in Korea, the QI Ranger, who's getting close to finalist now for to become a host for a travel show. I'm going to go ahead and make a video and put it over on the Softy Papa channel if you're curious to learn about Q Ranger and his efforts to become the next Paradise Hunter. Go ahead and pop over to Softy Papa and have a look. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off for now. The train is out of business for the evening. Okay, everybody, have a great evening, and always thanks for all your help. I'm sorry if I haven't gotten to all your comments. I do appreciate all of them. See you guys later. Bye-bye.